So I wanted to do a comparison of my JBL Charge 3s and my Vifa Helsinki. Yeah, one's a £150 speaker and the other one is a £300 speaker. But two JBL Charge 3s, £300, £300. They actually are the same price. So you do have an option, one of these or two of these, because you cannot play these linked via Bluetooth in stereo, which is, I do enjoy playing my speakers in stereo wirelessly, and the JBLs work really well in stereo. So I'm going to do the comparison, but before I play the clips that I've made of the comparisons, just a quick overview of the usability and the issues. Vifa Helsinki, it's really quirky. Now, I don't know if it's my speaker or they all work like that, because I haven't heard anybody else complain about sync issues, but on my version of the Vifa Helsinki, I cannot get it to play full volume unless I actually max the volume on the speaker itself, no matter what I do on the phone. So, first of all, you have to hold the button down till it goes white. One quick click, it won't come on. You then have to wait till it goes to blue to say that it's connected to a Bluetooth device and it's in Bluetooth mode. Notice there's no sounds like you would get on the JBL Charge to tell you, yep, connected, blah blah blah. The other thing is it has a separate mode for using it wired. You can't just put your cord in there, and that means you have to actually switch it to green, which means it's wired mode. A little bit of a fussy thing in my opinion, but there you go. But normally I just want to turn it off, I click it. No, one click will just change the mode. To turn it off, you've got to hold it there for longer than I think you should. See, I didn't even know. Right, now it's gone off. The other thing is, all these modes, you have to look at the colour. There's nothing else to indicate what mode. There's no sounds. Outside, in bright sunlight, you cannot see these colours. I find it very hard to actually see. You like that to actually see where you are. So that's the problem. So Bluetooth, you then have to max the volume. Actually, you see, there's nothing to tell you the volume settings on here. And to see that it's max volume, turn it on, let it go to Bluetooth. Still waiting. Right. So now if I want to turn the volume up, if it's not maxed, it flashes. When it's maxed, it goes solid. Normally. Right, now it's maxed. You know, it's just a usability thing. I just unnecessarily fussy. The other thing is, I want to know what the power state is. Well, oh look, there's no way to know other than when you put the charger in there, there's a little light here that will come on, and depending on the colour you'll know the charging state. You know, usability is use. Do you want to walk around with a handbag? It may be a small point, but people have said to me it looks like a handbag, and indeed it does. You know, it is a nice speaker. To me it sounds bright. To me it's unnaturally, the high end is slightly sibilant to my ears. I find it slightly unnatural, but it does give it great clarity. It does have a really good low bass given the size, but even there the bass to me is not a bass that you feel. You can hear it's going really low, and indeed the measurements show it's going really low, but it's not a satisfying bass. It's hard to explain it. Whereas to the JBL Charge 3s, to me is more fun, more satisfying. Although it clearly doesn't go as low, but it's fuller. Let's turn this one off. You wait half your life for it to go off, and then it's off. Now, the issues with the JBL Charge 3 are over 75–80%. It does reduce bass a lot. It also, on certain tracks, you get a lot of distortion, but it's strangely not on all tracks, but on a lot of modern tracks, yeah, you get a lot of distortion. That is an issue. And also, actually, people have complained it's got a muffled upper end treble, and indeed it does. It sounds kind of recessed. It's not quite there, but you can. I mean, they come with the equalising app on that. You can equalise these just the same. You can make up that treble to a great extent, equalising that. And also you can boost the bass after about 80% using equalising settings. Not all tracks give the distortion. So depending on what kind of music and how good the recording is, you may or may not be an issue. Under 75% if you're listening, it's not really an issue. But the great thing about this speaker is playing it in stereo, an easy link stereo. You know, on the JBL Connect, you just have to press the connect button on each of the speakers, and they will connect. It's really easy. You know, a power button, you click it, comes on. You got your volume up, down. You got your power indicating lights along here. It's all nice and usable, nice size and hand, everything. You can even use them as a power bank, of course. But the thing is, using them in stereo, I find it really satisfying. The stereo image, the body it gives, I really enjoy it. To me, you know, I have paid for both of these. I've paid £300 twice for these different speakers, and I have to say, I find more satisfying, more fun, the JBL Charge 3s. I can hear this is a better speaker. If you want to analyse your music, this is a better speaker. It's what they call hi-fi. It sounds hi-fi, refined. But is it fun? Well, not to me. Not if I can sit in between these and I'm getting a stereo sound. The volume between the two, to me, are about the same. So, he pays your money, he takes your choice. I'm not saying the JBL Charge 3s, even two of them, are a better speaker. I'm saying they're more fun, and to me they're more satisfying. And it should be an option, depending on what you're doing. Especially if you like, I use these at the beach. This is never going to be a beach speaker. You know, I can separate these, even if you only use them in double up. Although I prefer using them in stereo. I just find them more satisfying, more fun, more enjoyable. I'm probably going to eBay this. So that's my overview, and now I'm going to let you hear the clips and see what you think.